Housing, Manila, welcome the guy you all love, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant. Let's hear it for Kobe, guys. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, Kobe Bryant! Kobe, of course, a frequent Manila visitor. Kobe, welcome back to Manila. Great to see you back here. Over here, please. We've got your mic set up. I guess, Kobe, a lot of our photographers want to get your picture first. So, do you want Kobe to stand? Do you want him to sit? Well, how do you want Kobe to do it? You want to hold on to a phone, Kobe? Oh, there you go. Oh, go, Kobe, take a seat. And of course, we got our very special guest. Before anything else, Kobe, you know, I've been handed so many questions for you here already, but before anything else, there might be something that you may want to say to them before we go through this list.
Well, you know, I just want to say, first of all, thank you for the warm welcome. It's always good to come back to Manila. I've always had a good time here, and, you know, it feels like home away from home. And to be able to actually be here with Lenovo, who, you know, both of us, we share the same competencies in terms of trying to inspire the youth, trying to inspire them to do things that are great and accomplishing their dreams and their goals, and in the process of doing that, bringing along the support group with them, because we believe it's a domino effect. You inspire one, and then in turn, that person inspires the next, and onward you go. So it's very special for me to be here and to see this turnout, and thank you so much.
Well, of course, this is your second home, Kobe. Well, before anything else, we'll start going through the questions that you've actually sent to us. First question is from David Ongchoko from the Inquirer. And he says, can you rank this in order of your importance as far as you're concerned for your career? Not that we want you to retire, but the questions are, okay, rank these three in order of importance. Winning a 6th ring, breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record, or getting a record 12th NBA, All-NBA first-team accolade. Rank those three in order of importance.
I would say getting the 6th championship is number 1. And then I would say getting the 6th championship is number 2. And then getting the 6th championship is number 3.
Very well said. We got another question here from Rappler. Natasha's asking, what will be the major difference this year compared to last in terms of your team's style of play and chemistry?
Well, yeah, I think first of all, we'll be healthy. You know, God willing, we'll be healthy. I think that's a big difference from, you know, the big hindrance for us last year was health. And then I think the chemistry. I think we've put some players together that fit very well together. The style of play fits very well together. And, you know, hopefully it'll translate into more wins.
Thank you very much for that answer. We got another question here. You've been here in Manila for so many times. Is there anything particular that you like about the Philippines?
Well, the passion. I think that the passion that they have for the game of basketball is the thing that, you know, drives me the most, and the thing that I enjoy the most being around every time I come out here is just so much passion for the game of basketball, and I love being around that energy.
You know, this is an interesting question. What is your favorite Lenovo phone, and why?
Oh, it's the K900. The K900. And I can do so many things on the K900. The quad band is sensational. You know, the video, the camera system is incredible. And since I moved on to social media, I've become more and more adept at taking pictures. So the K900 is my favorite.
You know, a lot of people were wondering why it took you so long to finally get on the social bandwagon, so to speak. What pushed you to it?
Well, you know, it's just you get used to doing things a certain way, and it takes a while to change. And then I just kind of, you know, looked at it one day and said, you know what, I might as well just go ahead and give it a shot. But the one thing I said, though, is if I do decide to do it, the most important thing about social media is transparency. So you can't shy away from addressing tough issues. You can't, shy away from being vulnerable. You have to allow the people to see exactly what's going on inside your head and inside your heart.
So would you say that you've actually gotten the bug as far as being on social media then?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's just you just go up there and say what you feel. And some people like it, some people don't. But that's social media.
We got another question here. What's the biggest lesson you've learned since your injury, of course? What have you discovered about yourself, and have you ever doubted yourself since the injury? And if so, how do you handle it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing that you learn. I think it's you constantly learn it. So, as a kid, when you have a dream or you want something, you want to accomplish something, then you have a setback, you have to learn how to get through that. And then as you get older, you continue to have setbacks, and you continue to try to figure out how to get through it. It's the same thing with me. I've been fortunate enough to win 5 championships, and all of a sudden this injury happens, and you're in a position again where you find yourself doubting. And that's when you have to look in the mirror. That's when you have to figure things out, and you have to push through. And that's what I've done.
So far, how is the rehab coming along? Obviously, a lot of your fans want to make sure that you're on track as far as your return is concerned.
Well, I'm not only on track. I'm really ahead of schedule. The strength is pretty remarkable in terms of where it is right now. So I'm doing very well.
What would you say you'd attribute that to?
Well, speedy surgery. We went in and had surgery the next day. And then we have great therapy staff, and Judy Cito, who's somewhere around here, who basically just travels with me everywhere I go this summer. And strength and conditioning coach as well, Tim DeFrancisco, somewhere around here. And I've just been training nonstop all summer long. So I think a combination of those 3 things has helped me.
Obviously a lot of people didn't doubt you as far as your coming back is concerned. What did you think about all those doubters that said, no, he's not going to be able to come back from that particular injury?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because, to me it means that if somebody is doubting the fact that I can come back from this injury, that means if they had the same injury in my same situation, they'd quit because they wouldn't think that they'd be able to come back from it. That's what that says to me. So when I hear that, I see signs of weakness. So by me coming back and being stronger than I was before, hopefully will help the doubters see that you can actually accomplish things that you don't think you can accomplish.
We got another question here. What legacy do you want to be able to leave behind when you're done playing?
I think it's a legacy of being a person who maximizes his potential, maximizes talent. If that could be said about me, I'd be more than happy.
We got another question here from the Inquirer once again. Jasmine Payo is saying, well, the Philippines finally made it to the FIBA World Championships. They qualified in the top 3. Yeah. I'm not quite sure if you heard about that. But what advice would you give the national team now? Because they're obviously going to be competing at a different level in the World Championships.
Well, you just continue to play together. It's not the strength of an individual in team sports, but it's how well those individuals blend together as a team. And so it's continuing to work together, constant communication. And I think when that happens, and you have something, you can accomplish something truly special. But you have to be able to do it as a team.
So more important than anything else is the teamwork?
More important than anything else is the team. Because a team can always hide whatever weaknesses the individual has. But if the team doesn't know what your weaknesses are because you're not communicating them, then they have no way to support you.
Very well said, Kobe. Got a question here. It says, what do you like in a smartphone? And was it an easy decision for you hooking up with Lenovo?
Yeah, it's an easy decision for me. I like innovative. I like innovative things. I like things that innovate. I like things that challenge boundaries. And so hooking up with Lenovo was made complete sense because, like I said, we both share the same philosophies.
Okay, we got another question here. This is from Jonathan Castillo. And the question is, can you tell us more about the other side of Kobe Bryant? I guess they want to know a little bit more about the person. How were you at home? Any particular hobbies that you'd like to be able to do? Obviously, because they're so used to seeing you in the hard court.
Yeah. Well, I love to swim. I love going to movies. I wouldn't mind skydiving, but I'll keep that on hold. I'll keep that on hold until I decide to retire. Yeah, well, yeah, 6th, 7th, or whatever. When I decide to hang them up. When I hang them up, then I'll try the skydiving thing, and I'll make sure I have my Lenovo so I can record every falling moment.
That's something people are going to be looking forward to, but of course, you're not looking forward to that in the next couple of years.
No, it won't be for a while.
Okay, another question. What drives you to keep going and maintain your hunger for excellence and success? Because you've been doing it for quite a while, but you just keep going.
Well, I mean, it's the curiosity. It's the curiosity of how to improve, of how to get better. So I don't look at it as this is what I've accomplished. You know, I look at it as how can I get better? How can I improve in the game of basketball?
Actually achieved so much. Is there still something out there, aside from the 6th championship that you keep mentioning, is there any other goal that you want to be able to achieve?
Well, yeah, it's you know, putting this team together, the team that we have this year. When I show up the first day of training camp, it's okay. How do we create this cohesive unit that can eventually win a championship? So the end goal is to win a championship, but to get there, you have to set, you know, small benchmark goals that you have to try to accomplish, and that's what my focus becomes.
This is going to be a more challenging season, especially after what transpired the last one.
I don't know if it could get any more challenging than last year's was, man. Last year was tough. I mean, you had a lot of injuries, and I had to, you know, there's a stretch there where I think I played every minute of every game for like 6 or 7 straight games. You know, and at 34, man, that ain't easy, man. And so it was tough last year. Hopefully, it won't be so tough this year.
Okay, the question here is, you played an exhibition game with the All-Stars a couple of years ago. In fact, it was just last year. How do you assess their skills together with some of the Asian powerhouses? I'm sure you've seen China play, you've seen Iran play, you've seen the Korean play.
Yeah.
Your assessment?
I think they do very well. I think the thing that I enjoyed playing against them was that, you know, the majority of them were versatile. In other words, they could post the ball, they could put the ball on the floor, they could penetrate, they could shoot. A lot of them had a lot of versatility, you know, offensively and defensively, and you know, that shows me that they're learning the game at an early age the right way. They're not learning to be one-dimensional, but they're learning to do a myriad of things.
Looking at the composition of your team right now, what do you still think that you lack or you need in order to become really competitive and battle for the championship?
Well, I think we filled those voids. We've added a couple young players, and you know, a semi-veteran in Wesley Johnson, who has a lot of length and a lot of speed. So now it's just a matter of using them the proper way and them doing the individual work to be able to help us as a team. But that was the thing that we were lacking the most, was length and speed on the perimeter.
Do you actually take stock in looking at how the other teams have actually beefed up for the coming season, or you just concentrate on really what you guys are doing?
No, not really. I mean, the winning the championship, just like running a successful business, I mean, they're common denominators no matter where you go. You know, and in basketball, it's defending and it's rebounding. No matter, I don't care what anybody else is doing. If you're one of the top defensive teams, the top rebounding teams, you're going to have a chance of winning the championship.
Well, there's a question here. Please make sure that you stay into contact on social media with the Filipino fans in general.
Yeah. I'm around. You know, I pop up on social media every now and then, man. I'll read through stuff and just kind of have random answer back, and it's fun.
Well, we thank you for that, of course. Those questions are done. I believe you have something to give out to Mr. JD.
I do actually. I brought a
You
gift.
prepared something.
I did. Let me see if I can pull these up.
Okay, photographers, I think you're going to want this one. Okay, let's make sure, ma'am. Can you join the photo, please? Okay, Sandro, can you hold your hand up? We have an official photographer over there, Kobe. A guy. There you go. Just so we can make sure that we got the right photo for the papers. And now we've got the Walang Iwanan winners, because we actually held a couple of contests. We interviewed them a little bit. So now we're going to be calling in the winners to have their photo with Kobe. Come on over. Let's do it down here so at least we can accommodate the lady. Yeah, I think we'll have to come down.